Frosted French toast bake. Oh man, just look at this thing oozing, dripping with that frosting. Do I even need to say anything else? 46 grams of protein, 540 calories per serving. Let's go. Let's start by making our filling. Get 3 medium-sized apples. These weigh about 450 grams. Peel them, core them, chop them up into smaller pieces, and then throw them into a pan. You are going to want to fill up your pan with enough water to cover at least half of the apples. Toss this bad boy onto the stove on high heat, bring it to a boil, cover it up, let it cook for about 20 minutes until the apples are nice and soft. While our applesauce is cooking, grab yourself 12 slices of bread. I like to separate it 6 at a time for both layers. It's easier to cut 3 slices at a time, so grab yourself 3 slices of bread, line them up, and then make 3 cuts vertically and 3 cuts horizontally. This is going to create a 4x4 grid, so you will have 16 small pieces of bread for each slice of bread. And as always, my friends, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Once you've sliced up your bread into these small cubes, get yourself a glass casserole dish or whatever you have. Give it a couple of sprays of low-calorie cooking spray. Make sure to cover the whole casserole dish or else your bread is going to stick when it cooks. Place your sliced pieces of bread into the baking dish. Make sure to spread it out. And once you've done this for 3 slices, go ahead and do the other 3 until your baking dish looks something like this. After about 20 minutes of cooking, your apples should now be nice and soft. You'll know they're ready when you can stick a fork or a knife through them and they give no resistance whatsoever. Add a generous amount of cinnamon to your apples. Take them out with a spoon and add them to a blender cup. You want to leave a little bit of water at the bottom of the cup. This is going to make it so that it doesn't get too thick and you're able to blend it nicely and you get this smooth, very creamy applesauce consistency. You want something that looks like what you see here on the screen. Look at that nice homemade applesauce, no preservatives, no garbage ingredients, just all natural. Take your freshly made applesauce, spread it across the casserole dish. You want to cover as much of the bread as possible, so take the back of a spoon and just spread it out nice and evenly. This is going to create your filling for the French toast bake. Once you're done spreading the filling, grab your other 6 slices of bread that you put to the side and cut them up in the exact same way as before. Toss them on top of the filling. The final step before throwing it in the oven is to create the egg mixture. You want to crack into a bowl 3 large eggs. To this, you will add 500 grams of liquid egg whites. This is going to really increase the protein without increasing the calories. 300 ml of milk. I'm using almond milk since it's lower in calories. A pinch of vanilla extract to give it a little bit extra sweetness. And then once again, a lot of cinnamon because you just can't go wrong with cinnamon. Whisk your mixture until everything is nicely incorporated, and the final result should be similar to what you see on the screen here. Pour the egg mixture into the casserole dish, trying to soak up as much of the bread as possible. Once you're done pouring it out of the bowl, get your hands in there and push it down to make sure that all of the bread is covered in this mixture. You want to ensure that all of the pieces of bread are nice and soaked because that's what's going to give it that French toast-like consistency and flavor. Once all your bread bits are nice and soaked, you want to put this thing in the oven for 40 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius. While our bread is baking, let's make the frosting. Start with 30 grams of casein protein, 30 grams of whey protein, 30 grams of powdered sweetener. I prefer erythritol, but if you have stevia, that's fine as well. To this, we want to add about 6 tablespoons of water. I would start with 3 tablespoons first and then start mixing it until you get a nice icing consistency. The amount of water is going to depend on the type of protein that you're using, so it's better off to start with less water and then keep adding as you're mixing. You want to end up with a nice runny consistency that looks like frosting, exactly like you can see on the screen here. Once our bread is done baking, take it out of the oven, let it cool for about an hour. Make sure it's completely cooled before you decide to frost it or it's going to melt all the frosting. Also, pro tip, if you're going to cut it up into 4 individual servings, like I recommend that you do, I would suggest storing the frosting separate from the bread, because if you try to heat up the frosting in the microwave, you're going to cook the protein powder and it's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to look good. It's not going to taste good. So make sure to store them separately. And then when you heat up your individual French toast pieces, you can add 1/4 of the frosting on top of that after you take it out of the microwave. And now, my friends, for the all-important macros, for the whole French toast bake, you're looking at 184 grams of protein, 263 grams of carbs, 34 grams of fat, 2,158 calories. If you divide this into 4 equal portions, like I recommend, you're looking at 46 grams of protein, 66 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat, 540 calories. This is a delicious, filling breakfast that really hits that spot when you're craving something sweet. And there you have it, frosted French toast bake. I enjoy this breakfast so much. I make it at least once every 2 weeks. Add some 0-calorie maple syrup to this bad boy. It is so good. My kitchen just smells so much of cinnamon right now. This is the perfect breakfast to stay on track with your diet and kill those cravings. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to check out my other videos, high protein, low calorie recipes.